Guys, so I got a request on deviantart.com from Eternal Designs, and she was wondering how to do muscle definition. So I was working on this one from the last tutorial, the cropping tutorial, and you can see I've painted his tail in already. But I figured, well, since I've got it open, I might as well show you guys how I do my muscle definition. So first thing, I just use my paintbrush tool, and I have a tablet, which makes things a billion times easier. It definitely saves your wrist. It's totally doable with a mouse. If you've been working with a mouse, you're probably used to it anyway, but I do recommend getting a tablet. There's some small ones that are pretty cheap, and they get the job done if you're just doing it casually anyway. So I just have a Wacom Bamboo pen and touch, and it's worked great for the last 2 years, and 2 years before that I just had a Wacom Bamboo Fun, and it's just a small one. You don't need anything big. And they've worked fabulously for me, and they've definitely saved me from a whole bunch of wrist pain. So anyway, so I've got my horse here on its own layer, and I've got the gray background, and we're just going to use the colors black and white. That's seriously all I've ever used, and we just use black and white, black for shadows and the white for the lighting. And then I just use the blending mode soft light. So I'll show you. I made a new layer, and I'm going to zoom in here up on my horse. Let's start on the details on his face first. And I usually go about a brush size 5, hardness 100%. And we're just going to kind of scribble. You don't have to be perfect either, which is fun because we're going to smudge it later anyway. I just kind of go over the areas that I kind of want to bring out, especially on his mouth. The more detail you bring out, the better it's going to look. So we'll just add some shadows here, and it's going to look kind of funny, like it's been scribbled on all over. And then we're going to switch over to our smudge tool once I'm kind of happy where I've laid everything out. Go to your smudge tool, set the strength to about 45%. I'm going to set my brush size. I apologize for any background noise. My brother is mowing the lawn. I'm going to set my brush size to 10 pixels. And a 30% hardness is going to work great for us. So now I'm just kind of going to go over it and smooth out, we'll blend it in, essentially is what we're doing. Don't worry if you get some over the edge, because we'll remove that after. So I'm just going to blend this all in, kind of make it look like it belongs there. Scribble, scribble, scribble away. Anyways, just get this stuff all done here. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that so far, and now I'm just going to go soft light. So now you can see there's definitely some shadows being brought out. Let's make another layer. It's so important to work in layers, guys, because if you don't like a layer, you mess it up, then it's so easy to delete it. If you just do everything smushed on one layer, it's gonna screw up somewhere. I can guarantee it. You almost always screw up something, and then you won't be able to fix it. You have to delete your whole layer or just live with what's there. So I'm going to bring out his cheekbones some more. Do soft light again. And if you find that it's too dark, you just adjust the opacity. And so for this extra stuff that's there, I'm going to select my horse layer, then use my magic wand tool, click on the outside. Everything on the outside is selected, then just go on to your other layers, delete, delete. There we go. See, it's all nicely selected. I'm going to make a new layer. Now I'm going to work on my lighting. Same deal, except you're working in the opposite. Wherever you have dark, you need to have light to bring it out. Otherwise, it's just going to be flat. So I'm going to bring out the veins on his face here, and his upper lip, and some up here. I'm going to make my brush a little bit bigger. Let's go 35 for this. Just kind of blend that there. Shrink my brush back down. Go there. Smudge it all out. And put some more here. And you can see I just scribble on the colors. It's not all that hard to do. Once you kind of figure out a method that works for you, and see, there we go, then you just kind of go with the flow. For finer details, remember light and where you have light, where you have light, you need to have dark, and where you have dark, you need to have light. So I'm gonna really I really want the light on his face to show out, so I'm just gonna go over like this, and soft light, there we go. I think I'm going to, because it's pretty light, I'm going to put some more shadows in there, so we'll switch back to black. Remember, I'm making a new layer for every one that I'm doing, for every adjustment that I'm doing. Let's add some more in there, here. And there we go. Sometimes I don't even set my layer to soft light, but I almost always do. Sometimes you can just leave it on normal and adjust the opacity. Sometimes that's a cool effect too, but today we're just going to use soft light. Add some more there. I really want to kind of blend that part in. This is an example where I think I'm just going to leave it as black. I'm not going to put it on soft light because it's the perfect shade that way. So there we go, we've got his face all done. Brought it all out. You can see each layer. It looks pretty different from when you did 2 minutes ago. So that's pretty much, you do that over the whole body. Keep your lights and your darks pretty separate, but remember, where you need light, where you have light, you need dark. When you have dark, you need light. And just use the horse as a reference, use their body as a reference. Remember where your light source is. You don't want to have shadow on this side of the leg on this one, and then on that side of the leg on that one. You want to keep it balanced so it looks the most realistic, but that's pretty much the whole jiffy. That's how I do it. So afterwards I might go in and with my light and bring out some more details. Just kind of like around here, around his nose. This stuff I won't even blend. I'll just kind of go just whoop, like that. Sometimes you duplicate it can help, and blend that one out. Do the dark on the bottom of his lip. Kind of looks like a duck, but I'll fix that. Anyway, so there you go. That's pretty much the whole gif of it. And so I hope this was helpful for you guys. It's kind of a blah tutorial, but there's not really much for me to say about it because it's just scribbling and blending, and just going along with the anatomy of the horse that you already have. So if you have any comments or questions, feel free to post in the comment section, and if you like what you see and want to see any future videos, make sure you guys subscribe. Thanks, guys.